So what's this one over here?
Well, it's going to be trainer day. So this is a North American AT-6 Texan, and made by North American, same manufacturer that made the P-51 Mustang.
And this is definitely a one-seater.
No, this is a two-seater.
Two-seater, but behind.
Correct.
They can't sit next
Correct.
to each other.
The
Okay.
instructor pilot sits in the rear, and the student sits in the front. And these were made 1939. They came into
wow.
Yeah, and then they came into the Army Air Corps service right around 1940, and they were the primary trainer for the Second World War.
I bet this is pretty loud, the engine on this.
No, believe it or not,
really?
they're fairly quiet for a radial, and it's got a Pratt & Whitney 1300 series motor in it, and it's got a variable pitch prop, and it's fairly economical, roughly around 20 gallons an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the surface ceiling on this is 25,000 feet, and it had about a 1,200 per minute rate of climb. So it trained the vast majority of all military pilots during the Second World War, going into fighters and bombers and things of that nature. There was about 11,000 of them built. There's a lot of them in civilian service even today.
From this era?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's probably a couple of hundred that are flying that are in civilian hands, if not more.
That's awesome.
And there's other countries that flew them. Japan flew them. Canada, Mexico had some. Some of the air forces in Europe, they also bought them, and they trained them. They trained their pilots with them. They were just a real rugged airplane, dependable. Easy on maintenance, and they survived all the way into the 70s for the Air Force, and in limited roles.
How fast does this one go?
You know what? This thing tops out about 100, right around 200, and it has a cruise speed of about 145.
Oh wow.
Yeah, retractable landing gear, which was not exactly uncommon for the 1930s, but for a trainer it was. This airplane...
Why was it uncommon?
Well, because back then fixed gear was just simple. You had nothing to go wrong. And the more complexity you put in the airplane...
Better you have to land.
Yeah, exactly. The more complexity...
Which is good for a trainer. I mean, you want them to be good.
Well, exactly. And the Vol T, which we'll do here in a little bit, it has fixed gear. But the T6 had retractable gear. And so when you put retractable gear in an airplane, you have to make another system, and that's just another system that needs to be maintained, and another system that can go wrong. So for trainer purposes, back then they put a lot of the trainers with non-retractable gear. But this airplane and the Vol T, the BT-13, flew against each other, and this won the contract out. But they liked the Vol T, and so they brought that airplane in as well at a little bit later date. But they all flew right around the same time. And we had these at the Air National Guard in Fresno for a long time, into the 50s.
Wow.
And then we went to the T-33 jet trainer. But very dependable. I got a ride in one, I guess it was probably 20 years ago.
Really?
Very, very nice, easy to fly. It's a tail dragger, so it does have its characteristics, but the airplane is just it's just a workhorse, and it can do a lot of things. And there's some countries, especially down in South America, that actually use them for combat, dropping bombs and firing rockets and other things.
No way.
Yeah.
Something like this. Where would they put the bombs and the rockets?
Well, they have hard points on both sides of the wings.
Okay.
And you can't see them here, but
okay, I'm trying to visualize.
But they bolt on. And yeah, so it was an airplane that had multi-use, and they realized, hey, this platform can be used for other things.
Wow.
And that's exactly what they did.
Who would have thought? Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, fuel burn roughly 20 gallons an hour. It held about 60 gallons, and so you had a couple hours worth of flying, in them. Parts for these things even today are relatively available. There's a big following for these, and parts are being made, you know, off old blueprints so that, you know, the airplanes can continue to fly. But again, very, very reliable, but very simple at the same time. Got to remember, this is, you know, early 30s technology, but it stands the test of time, and so that they're flying even today.
Awesome. Well, so keep a lookout and watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yep.